Welcome to Filmora Effects and welcome to the kitchen. Today, we're going to be talking about how to use Filmora to enhance your food videos using speed ramping and some sound effects. And to do that, we're going to have to be here in the kitchen. We're going to have to cook something for you. So let's get started on that. And then we're going to jump into Filmora and do a little editing. Welcome back. Now we're going to focus on editing this video. I'm going to do a few things outside of the scope because I'm making a video here, but we are going to focus on speed ramping and sound effects. The sound effects will be all added later. First, we just want to get our keyframes down. We want to do the editing, the splitting, and the speed ramping. And when we're happy with that, we'll maybe put a little low music track underneath or something, and we'll add some really cool sound effects. Let's get started. First off, I like to expand out the clip that I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be working on this first one where I just introduced myself. And what I like to do here is just pretty simply start, just pick a spot in the beginning, double click, turn on my speed ramping with the position. You can just hit this button to turn it all on, or you can just go here and here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick my end point right out to the very end, and I'm going to zoom in a little on my face and lower down so we're a little in frame. And that's it. That's all you need to give the illusion of a camera man behind the camera pushing in. Some more effects, and you can see that sound slowly throughout the video. And to do that, we're gonna it pans in on me. That's what I want. Next, we're going to move on to the next clip where we're going to do a little speed ramping. Let's go. First, we're going to edit the clip. So what do we don't want, and what do we do want? That's the way I kind of think about it. So first, I'm going to just grab hold of this playhead here, and I'm going to move it. So where do I want to start you guys out at? Where do I want the viewer to see this? I'm not necessarily making a short, but I kind of got short in my mind, even though I'm in the wrong format for a short. So we'll start with the balling of the meat, which is right about there. Let's start with the fist. We'll just split it and just delete that first part, get it out of there. Let's scroll ahead. So that looks great. We're just rolling, rolling, rolling. And where do I want to speed ramp this? Oh, that's a good roll. Why don't we start with that roll instead? I like that better. Right there. Let's split that out. Also, just for myself, what I like to do when I'm working on these kind of videos, I just go right ahead and mute the track. I don't want to hear anything. I want to focus on the video. Yeah. Oh, that's good. We can speed ramp that roll, make it really fast like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then we go, boom, right into the flip. So we slow down the flip. So that's what our target is. We're going to speed that. So we're going to start the ramp. So this will be normal. Right as we roll right there, we speed it. And then we slow it into the flip. Boom, 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 boom. And then we probably just cut somewhere like right there. Keep in mind, just because you film it, you don't have to show it. I film hundreds of hours of footage every day that no one ever sees. So let's go ahead and work on this. Okay, so first off, I have a marker here from something else. I'm going to delete all markers, and I'm going to add me some new markers. So first off, I want this to be normal. And I'm going to start my speed up right there. So I'm going to use a marker, and that's where I'm going to start my speed up. Zing, that's how fast we're going to go. And then we're going to go into the flip right there. I'm going to put another marker. And this just helps me visualize on the clip what I'm trying to achieve. And we're going to slow that down, flippity, flippity, flip, and we'll probably cut. That's a perfect cut. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that right now. Let me think about that. Yes, let's go ahead and cut that right now. Let's expand this out just a little more so we can really see what we're working with. And let's go. Click on that marker. And that's where we're going to start our speed ramping at. Highlight the clip so you can get the speed ramp on the toolbar. Speed ramping. What I like to do in this case is I like to shrink down my picture a little bit. And oh, hey, let's do one other thing. I know I don't want to make this too long, but I meant to do something, and you want to do this before you ramp it. Before you ramp it, I want to actually scale this up just a hair. Full thing, full clip. So let's get that up a little closer. Center this up in the frame a little bit. That's kind of the way I want this to go. So that's going to be our basis for this. Let's start our speed ramp. You do not need these markers. These are for me, visual representation of what I'm trying to do. These are fun to play with, but we're going to customize on this one. You can add points here, adjustment points. You can do a freeze frame, which is fun to do. Maintain pitch if you were trying to use your audio, which I don't recommend using audio on a speed ramp. It sounds kind of like a Donald Duck or something. And this here will just expand my timeline, which becomes very important when you start having a whole lot of adjustment points. Anyway, let's get moving. So the red line represents where I am on the track. So the first thing I'm going to do is add an adjustment point, because this is where I want to start. So remember, we were normal speed here, represented by the line. Now what we want to do is go really fast, and then we go really, really slow. Which could be represented here as sort of like the jumper, but we're going to do it manually. Now, keep in mind, please understand, I'm doing this live for you. I am editing live for you. When you edit, as you know, or maybe you don't know, it takes a lot of time, and you often make a mistake. So if I screw something up, we're just going to fix it and go on with it. This is not normally how I show my videos to you guys, but I want you to see this one for real, so we can all understand exactly what's happening. So we need a point to drag. I see the hand. We need a point to drag. I don't want to drag this particular adjustment point. That's more or less my start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump one frame ahead. Now I'm going to add another one. Oh, it wouldn't let me do it at one. There, three points ahead. So I'm going to add another adjustment point. That's the one I want to drag. I'm going to expand that out so I can see it a little clearer. And we're going straight up to 10 times. Now you can notice that the clip just shrunk quite a bit. And the more I drag this around, the more it's going to shrink. Okay, so I need another point on this line now, which is going to be right there, because that matches the end point that I want. So what we're going to do is drag the end point up, and we will add our slowdown here in a second. So now what I'm doing is I'm actually watching the bottom clip bar right now. I'm trying to get somewhere near. It doesn't have to be perfect. All this is going to happen very fast. Now, because I'm changing the speed, I'm also affecting the place that I want to stop, as you can see, because we're shortening the video. Yeah, so shortening the video, this may not work the way I want, but we'll do what we can do. As long as we get some slowdown there, we're fine. Okay, this is not exactly the way I want it to come out. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to raise. Okay, so this was from the first point. So let's go back and look what's going to happen here. So we're normal speed. So we're normal speed far too long now. Roll, 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 roll. There. That roll is where we want to be going very fast. Actually, we want to start our very fast right about there. Let's just crank all of this straight up. Straight up. And you notice the clip on the bottom is getting very short. And this is why speed ramping takes a while to get right. Okay. Also, it's very hard to watch speed ramping depending on your computer speed. If this red line is still here, it means it hasn't processed it. You need to let it process before you watch it. One tip is you can go up here to full quality and drop it to half quality. There. Do you see that? That's what we're after, guys. Look at that. And now we're going to start the slow right there. Let's go back to speed ramping. So that almost landed right on my line. That's pretty close. But now we want to drop it. It sort of already is doing a drop for me. So we want to drop it right there. Let's add a new point, and let's actually drop all this down, because now we want to go slow. But not all the way to the end slow. So let's see what happens. Okay, there's my flip, Okay, I want to go a little slower. So I'm going to add a point because I want to drag that out just a little longer. Okay, so let's go back and see what we're doing. All right, we can't do it while this red line is here. Okay, but we can see our slow-mo. Slow. Slow. That is very slow. That is beautiful slow. That's the slow we're looking for with speed ramping. Boom. I can cut that video right there. Right there is the perfect cut with my hands closed. If I like what I see, I'm going to add a marker to remind me where I am. I'm going to show you a quick trick. If this is taking just a little too long for you, you can press this little button here. It calls Render Preview. That will speed us up a little bit. Okay, we're done. We're rendered. And let's watch it for real. And let me shrink this down a little bit so we can see the whole clip. Roll. And super fast and then super slow. I love speed ramping. Isn't that awesome? And boom. And that's what I'm going to put in sound effects. Boom. Thunk. Clap. Clip. Whatever. And that's it, guys. I'm going to cut that clip right there. That clip is finished. Let's take a quick look and see what we did. Here we are.
And do a little editing.
We're scaling in. We're rolling. I can even take a little off the beginning of that if I want, which I think I will. Let's just take a little off of the beginning. Usually, these type of clips have more effect to the viewer if they're shorter.
Little editing.
Nice, nice. I'm very, very happy with that. I can't wait to get the sound effects on this. This is going to be so awesome. And
next shot.
Okay, now the next shot is me talking, but I'll edit that out. I'm going to do a bunch of throwing in the air. That's right. I'm going to throw this burger in the air. I threw this burger in the air a dozen times. And what we're going to do is we're going to have the burger go up. And then the next shot is a close-up of it landing. I'm going to do this from the side if I remember. I'm trying to remember what I did here. I think I did it from the side. I'm trying to remember. I'm going to watch the whole thing back because I don't remember what I did. Yeah, that was me trying to drop it. So let's catch a shot of me throwing it. It goes really fast, guys. Really fast. I'm not sure I can get that
straight
slow
up,
enough.
Straight up, straight up, stop.
And also, don't forget, just because we film it doesn't mean we show it.
No.
All right, that's us adjusting the camera behind the scenes. It's quite involved. I think I'll edit that part out.
We want to catch the...
This is me talking to the camera lady. We're trying to get our height adjustments right. Okay, there I actually launched one. It's not bad. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to delete all of that nonsense. I'm going to go ahead and turn the sound off for a second. I just want to watch the video. Yes, I can work with that clip. We can work with that. All this is, the rest of this is me dropping it onto the plate, which is next. So we're going to really expand this timeline for this one. And I know this video might be getting long, but we're going to stop it right after this. We're going to put some sound effects on it. And I'll finish the video later. But I just want to show you guys how you can do this. So first off, look at this. Just me flipping in my hand is an excellent slow motion shot. So let's start our speed ramping right here. Right here. Now, first off, can any of these work for me? I want to start with a slow-mo. None of these really start with the slow-mo that I want. We're going back to customize again. And I want to immediately slow this down. I'm going to slow it down. Oh, I love that. Right about to there because I want this next part to just kind of fly out of my hand. So let's drag it down. And let's take a little gander at what we made. Okay, we need to drag that out a little further. We may want all of this in slow motion. We'll see. I love that. And look at that drop. And then we're going to cut right there. We're going to cut when that goes out of frame. Cut. Okay. Now what we're going to do is look for the point in the video where I am dropping it onto the plate by hand. And then we're going to kind of zoom into that. You can see me practicing there. I think I might have got that on the first shot. Let's see. Yeah, my hands are getting greasy at this point, guys. It's getting hard to work with things. So much behind the scenes you don't see. I probably washed my hands 150 times here. All right. Oh, yeah, we got to zoom in on the plate. So that's me jiggling the camera around. There's a lot going on. And once I get what I want, we're going to zoom in on that. And you notice the speed ramping is still in effect. I can adjust this at any point. I can just stop and use the same speed ramping and the same clip and just adjust. But right now we're not going to worry about that. We're working with. Let's go back to the video screen. We're working with this. We just got to find our spot. Find our spot. I'm doing a lot of camera jiggling here, guys. Bear with me. This is not the easiest thing to make. Boom. That's it. That's the shot we want. It's the only shot we want right there. I know I have a lot of shadows. I couldn't get them out. If I were to do this for real, for a video I was going to post or do for somebody else, I would have set my lights up and eliminated that. This is for a tutorial. Okay, so we like that. I'm going to put a marker on it. There's the drop. I'm going to cut this clip right there. Let's delete that part. And we're ready to put these together. So here's our speed ramping so far. We are super fast. We are super slow. I can't wait for the sound effects. This is going to be so awesome. That's coming up next. We're going to cut it right with the hands. Boom. We're going up in the air, nice and slow. A little slow. I'm going to cut some of that out. I'm going to start that right about there. Right as it falls out of... Boom. And then we're going to fix this one right where it drops and zoom it in. Boom. So let's get it right before it hits. Cut, cut, cut. Not sure if I'm going to speed ramp this one or not. Let's just see how it goes. First thing we want to do is zoom it. Scale it up. Don't change the position. It won't look right. There we go. Yes, we definitely need to slow down that hit. Or do we? Let's see what it looks like. We're already pretty slow. Boom. Okay. I want to catch this even closer. So for that, we're going to go frame by frame. I want it just off the screen, right there. Click. Ah, no, no, no. Go back. Don't want to see that burger. You can see the shadow. There it is. And for that, I like to use my keyboard. I have it pre-programmed for the S key for split. That way it splits exactly where I want it to split. Let's take that scene out. Let's put it back. We may do a dissolve here. I'm not sure. But boom. And that boom will be the sound that I will add for this thing. So actually, I don't even need my hand in there. We are done. Boom. Cut that out. That scene is finished. Then I've got all the scenes here with the cutting. Of course, where I'll add sound effects, you know, clunk, clunk, clunk. Let's go ahead and put some sound effects in so we can finish up this video. And then I'll show you what it looks like complete. Sound effects, audio, sound effects, built right in, guys. There are probably thousands of them. So just kind of think in your mind, what are you looking for? So what sound should this be making? Like a squish, squish, squish. And right here, that should be like a slap, right? Let's find a slap. Slap. We got lots of slaps. Let's hear them. Oh, that's a nice slap right away. This is a face slap. Kind of good, kind of good. No. Hey, that's my slap effect right there. Just drag it, drop it, let it download. We're going to make some quick adjustments. And for that, of course, I always like to expand my timeline out as far as I can. I want to get this stuff as big as I can. Also, I'm going to take the sound and jack it all the way up to 12 decibels. And you can see that the slap doesn't start for a second. Let's just go ahead and take care of that. I want this to, now we'll just find the slap. Let's find the slap. Boom, that's a slap. Now let's back it up. Good. There's another one. Highlight it, Control C. Click down here where you want it somewhere, Control V. Make some adjustments. That's not terrible. It's a little off. Drag it over. There's another slap right at the end. Control Z. Control V. Let's get the final slap in there. Okay. Well, I heard a second noise. All right, we're good. All right. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Now we need to add the squishy squishy noise, but we'll get that in a second. Okay, so that's obviously a little over dramatic for the scene, but I'm just trying to show you how you can combine the power of speed ramping with the power of the sound effect. That may be a little much. If I was doing this for real, I might have chose a different slap. There's hundreds and hundreds of them here. But you get the idea. That's it. I'm going to end this tutorial right here, right now, because this is it's getting a little long. Because this is not the easiest thing to do, but this will give you a dramatic effect, particularly in a 40 to 60 second TikTok style short, like you're going to do in ASMR or something. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to take hundreds of shots, hundreds of sound effects, multiple timelines, all to make a quick 40-second video, but you'll get millions and millions of views. That's it. I want to thank everybody for watching. Stay tuned for a couple seconds. I'm going to show you the final put together of this, and if you want to listen to comments, send me links to your videos that you've made using speed ramping and sound effects. I know I want to see them. Wondershare wants to see them. They read all our comments too. So we'll see you real soon on the next video.